Bring it up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it. Bring it back, bring it up, up.
It's Coffee with Coaches down here at Turbo Coffee in historic downtown Florence. Benjamin Ray with you. Appreciate everybody coming out in-house and those of you tuning in on social media, waking up with us this morning. We're going to talk some UNA baseball and softball as we start our morning off on this Tuesday. And we've got Ashley Cozart up here first. Her 13th season at North Alabama. Coach, what was the coffee order?
Wow, that was the best iced coffee, caramel iced coffee. And then the sandwich was bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel.
All right.
That was the best sandwich I think I've ever had here in Florence. And I've been here 13 years.
That was leading into my next
Yes.
point. 13 years. How crazy is that? Who's been here longer, you or Chris Walker?
Chris has got me by like 2 months. It hurts my feelings, but I'm happy for him. So he's kind of the OG.
He is. He's
Yes.
the old guy on staff
Yes.
now, isn't he?
Yes.
13 seasons. You guys have already started a 3-1 start after going down to Troy. What did you like about the opening weekend?
You know, I was really proud of that first day. You never know what can happen. There's a lot of nerves, just a lot of uncertainty, but my girls handled it so well. Their mentalities, I mean, we started the game off with a triple. We talked about that earlier. A-Liv had 13 strikeouts. And so really proud of the first day. We had a little hiccup against Troy. The score was actually worse than it really was. I actually thought our girls competed well. We had some things not go our way, and then I was really happy how we responded on Sunday. We ended up coming from behind and beating MTSU. They were up 2-0 most of the game, and came from behind and ended up winning 4-2. So I think that was the game I was most proud of. We rebounded from the loss on Saturday and really showed kind of what we could what we could bring.
We're going to talk about some of the returnees that you have on this year's team, but every team is different, right? But you still have some returnees, some new faces you're excited about. You get a good look at them in the fall.
Yep.
What are some of the questions about this team that were answered in this opening weekend?
We talk a lot about our hitting from last year. We were kind of up and down, and I really loved our approaches this weekend. We faced some really strong pitching. A lot of girls that returned from last year that had good numbers, so really happy how I felt like every game we hit pretty well. And then defensively, we got to clean some things up defensively. We had some errors, a couple of things that we just got to get better at. But, again, opening weekend. And then I thought our pitching staff did pretty good. We still got to clean up a couple of walks and just a couple of big moments that we could pitch better in. So, but all in all, we cleaned those things up, and I'll be happy about it.
Let's talk about some of the individual performances. Briley Dover, 8 hits on the weekend, 7 runs scored. And last year she was, or freshman year, third base. Sophomore year shortstop. She's playing second base this year,
Yep.
right? You're going to play her first base next year?
She could do it. She definitely could do it. So.
What about her big weekend?
Briley, she's just so fun to watch. She's fun to coach. She's just one of those kids that you want, 15 of. She's awesome, and she can play anywhere. I do think moving her over to second's kind of taking a little pressure off of her, but she's one of those kids that can change a game at the plate. Defensively, she's great. She's such a leader. Love that about her. She's leading more vocally this year than I've seen her in the past, and so really proud of her.
So what do you think it takes for a player like that to get that confidence to be more of a vocal leader? Well, we've seen the skill set, but then that vocal aspect's very different.
Yeah, I think just experience. As a freshman, you just don't have that mentality. And then sophomore, you're still kind of getting to know things, and you're like, can I be a leader now? And we've talked to her a lot about that. But, again, 2 years under her belt, and she came in ready to be a leader. She already leads by example. She's one of our hardest workers, and so she's just got the experience now and that mentality.
And over at second base, she's got to replace one of the all-time greats in Haley Jones. So that's a big hole, and you've got the perfect player to plug it.
Absolutely, yes. Hard to replace Haley. I think about her constantly if we had her on this year's team, but Riley, again, has stepped in and done great over there.
Laura Lee Wheeler, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. Bailey Rouse, 1 home run, 5 RBIs. And right there, the middle of your order really seemed to come through.
Absolutely. You go Briley, Bailey, and Laura Lee. That could be one of the best 3 in the ASUN. They all 3 have a chance to go yard, but just hit the ball hard and make things happen. And so it was fun watching them 3 this weekend.
Any other bats stand out in the opening weekend?
We did have a newcomer, Holly Merritt. I think she hit almost 400 on the weekend. She actually was leading the team at 500 before Sunday. She's just one of those. She's just a strong presence. She's a lefty and can kind of do anything. She did a great job. Natalie Shaw did a great job. If you look at her numbers from last year to this year, she has improved incredibly. Again, one of those that's now a leader. She's got a year of experience under her belt. I was really, really proud of the weekend she had. And then E.K. Wright, who hit the 3-run bomb. She is one of those kids, you just want it for her so bad because she's so amazing. And her numbers from the weekend actually don't show how good she actually did hit the ball. She had a couple of ropes right at some people, but ended up having the 3-run home run that put us ahead Sunday, and so I love that for her.
When you mention a player almost hitting 500 on a weekend, I think about the fact Brooklyn Clark did that for a season.
Mm-hmm, she did. I know.
It's wild to think back to. All right, let's step into the circle. Olivia Wilkins back for a 3rd year. I know that was a big boost. Double-digit strikeouts her first outing. What'd you like about the work in the circle?
Yeah, that first game, she just didn't seem nervous. I'm over there in the dugout trying not to show I'm nervous, and she just seemed so cool on the mound. 13 strikeouts, and it's a team against MTSU who really can hit the ball and is a really great team. And so I was just really proud of her opening outing. It let us kind of relax and, play our game. And then she ended up, she struggled a little bit against Troy, and then came in and closed the game against MTSU on a huge strikeout with bases loaded. So really proud of that. So A-Lib was just being A-Lib this weekend.
We've seen you throughout your 13 years always having veteran arms, right? I go back to Hillary Carpenter, to Megan Garsh. Just how much confidence does it give this team kind of having an old guard in the circle and Olivia Wilkin?
A ton of confidence. A-Lib just gets out, and so as long as our defense is strong, it just gives us that confidence that, we can relax and just play our game.
Next up, down to Birmingham for the Sanford tournament. You'll play Lindenwood and Belmont twice, the host Sanford one time, so it doesn't get any easier this week, and this will be a big tournament.
Definitely. Belmont just upset Georgia. They have one of the best pitchers in the country on their staff, a lefty who's really strong. Sanford returns a ton of kids. I think they were picked 2nd in their conference to win it, so they'll be tough as well. So.
All right, now your coaching staff is here. Now we're talking to the head coaches today. We're going to talk to Jab Prakniak of baseball next, but I noticed the first people here were the assistants for both teams. That's
Yes.
got to make you feel pretty good about your staff.
Absolutely. I absolutely love my staff this year. We all just complement each other and take on different roles, but they are amazing. And I always say, a head coach can't do it without the people that behind them, and they do a ton for this program, and I'm very thankful for them.
Let's talk a little bit about the schedule. You've got Ole Miss coming to town in March. Some other highlights of the home schedule. What do you like about it?
Yeah, so we'll be on the road this weekend. Then we go to South Alabama for the first time. Then we'll be back at home for our first weekend against Evansville. Then we'll host Detroit Mercy. And so happy about getting some home games in there. Ole Miss is coming to town for the first time, so super excited about that. And then, conference hits. And I'm not sure we have another home game after that, but we do have a lot of road games. But also we play good on the road, so I'm not mad about that.
Well, I mean, you've had Alabama twice, and we've had them on the ropes both times.
Yes.
You've had Mississippi State for 2 games, I believe, right?
Yes,
The year they came, you
Yep.
played twice. Should have had them in the one game.
yeah.
But, I mean, you see an SEC team coming. Does it kind of energize the team a little bit?
It does. Last year, the years Alabama has been here, you've just seen a different edge about us, and it's like this excitement of, let's just go out and play tough and be ourselves. And so I hope we have that same mentality against Ole Miss because it's always been close. We just got to get over that hump and win that first SEC game. So.
This weekend, Lindenwood Friday, Belmont, Sanford Saturday, Sunday. We'll see what happens, right? And I'm sure the schedule may get adjusted a little bit.
Yes, there is some rain in the forecast, but hey, it's softball season. We're
Right.
used to it. So.
Right. Baseball, softball season brings
Yeah.
the rain. All righty, Coach. We appreciate you joining us this morning down here at Turbo Coffee, and we'll have a little scene change. We'll talk with Jad Pratniak next. But Coach, best of luck this weekend.
Thank you, Ben.
Mine has to be on my left ear. Some people like it on the right side. I turned you down. I'm going to pull that up a little bit.
I don't like that, Anna's. I don't like that.
It was better when you were standing there and it was blocking. Ashley needs to return the favor, right?
Seriously. Least she can do.
We need a Turbo Coffee commercial for our scene change. Our Coffee with Coaches continues down here at Turbo Coffee in historic downtown Florence. Benjamin Ray chatting next with North Alabama head baseball coach Jad Pratniak. 4th season. Where's the time gone?
Exactly. It feels like a presidential term. You know what I mean? So,
Your first 2 seasons, you played at the original Mike D. Lane Field last year. I know it was challenging during the construction. You guys were on the road for the first 34. This year, the home opener at the new digs, Mike D. Lane Field at Bank Independence Stadium. Does it feel like there's a lot of buzz and excitement around this year's schedule?
sure. I think the opening day is always an exciting day, and I think when you throw in a brand new stadium on campus and something that people have been waiting for, myself, the program, the coaches, the fans, everybody's excited to get in there.
24 wins last year, most wins in the Division I era. First postseason appearance since 2017. 7 series wins, 6 of those coming in ASUN. I mean, last year a lot of good things happened. Can you kind of reflect back on that?
It was under the circumstances of last year with being on the road so much and playing a tough schedule. If you gave me that script of this is how it's going to play out, I would have signed up for that script a year ago. So I was really proud of the way the players played. The assistants kind of managed the circumstances, and to get to that ASUN tournament and win a game down there, it was big. It was big for the program, and it was something we can hope to build off.
How different has this fall been? Obviously, you're not having to bounce around finding facilities, but just being in your home, being able to practice this time.
That's a big deal. So I know last year I think we had 8 or 9 different practice sites, and this year it's been basically 2 different sites. But it's with 95% of that being at our park. And I think the park helps with everything within the program, and I know a lot of times people talk recruiting, which it definitely helps with the recruiting, but I think the player development and basically the current student athletes, like they benefit from having a turf field on campus to get better as a group, and I think it really allows us to keep growing.
You know, we're up there late nights a lot after coaches' shows, taking gear back after games, and I feel like every time I'm up there, the lights are on, and I'm hearing the crack of the bat. Has that been a big difference from last year to this year?
We have some guys that are addicted to hitting, so some guys they're out there like nonstop, and usually that's a good thing that they're passionate about it. I think some guys just feel obligated to do it, but overall it's a good thing. Occasionally you might have to reel somebody in of you don't need to hit at 9 p.m. on a certain day. But overall, it's good to see the lights are on and guys are getting after it.
You got a lot of returnees back from last year, right? And that postseason taste last year, how much has that fueled them into this season?
I think that, again, going down there and getting that win down there, I think is really important. I think it's less of the unknown of, what does a conference tournament look like? And now that guys have tasted it, I think they're hungry to get back there, and it's fuel to the fire.
Petey Kraska headlines some of those returnees, set a Division I record, 18 doubles last year. We saw a lot of power out of him. Third team all ASUN selection, all freshman selection. He's back. How's he looked coming back for year number 2?
Petey's been really good. I think one of the biggest compliments to Petey is he was named captain, so he'll be one of the team captains this year, and he's only been on campus for 18 months or so, and his teammates voted him as one of the captains. I think that speaks to a little bit Petey as the player, but more so Petey is an infectious personality. He's somebody that he understands everything that's going on the field, and he helps our team in a lot of ways.
I don't know how many people got to experience it last year, but he had some Hall & Oates as his walk-up music. This year, I'm hoping everybody gets to hear that on the big speakers with everything going on. But can you confirm that he's keeping that walk-up song?
I will give you confirmation that is back. So we
That
did a
is
trial
back.
run. The only mishap we had, and I don't know, is it Rich Girls? Is that the name of the song?
Yes.
So we were doing, one of our players was typing in the intros one of the days. It wasn't staff, so our players were just playing the intro on the speaker, but they pulled up Rich Girls by a different artist.
Oh, no.
Yes. So that threw everybody for a loop a little bit, but we'll get that tightened up before we
Good.
get to the weekend.
Good. I cannot wait to hear that on Friday. Petey headlines it. Who's some other guys that have looked good so far?
On the mound side of things, just having Tripp Patterson, Luke Davenport back. We're hoping to get Reese Young back a little bit later in the season. But those pitchers that we leaned on, that freshman class last year, we leaned on a lot. Those guys are all back as sophomores. And then Gavin Oswald, he'll anchor our bullpen for sure. And on the positional side, I think we have 8 to 10 really good options we can mix in and out, and we can give teams lefties, righties. We can go offense. We can go defensive. I think we have a lot of good options.
Home opener Friday, SIUE set for 3 p.m. right now. 3-game series coming up. First time with everything. You guys got a dress rehearsal last week, right? Was there a lot of excitement with this team as they got to experience that?
Yeah, I think it was fun to have the music on, have the video board going, get the PA going. I think it was a good vibe, and it was a good trial run. And for me, I want to embrace all those things, and I want our players to embrace it. And I think it was good to get a taste of it before we go for real. But obviously, the between-the-line thing, that's going to be the bottom line. But I do think the stadium environment can enhance our between-the-line play. I just want to make sure our focus is there.
SIUE this weekend, UAB next Tuesday, Murray State next Wednesday, then St. Louis the weekend after that. What else do you like about this home slate?
I think it's going to force our hand to get answers quick. So we'll play 8 games in like 9 days. And I think it'll force us to get guys in and see where we're at. So I think it's going to be a challenging stretch, but I think it's going to be very revealing. We'll get some answers pretty quickly on stuff.
What do you make of the ASUN heading into this year?
I think it's going to be similar. I think every weekend's going to be a different challenge, and you have different styles of play depending on who you're playing. Some teams are more offensive. Some teams pitch it a little better. But I think it's going to be similar to other years. You have to play really good on the weekend to win a series. If you don't play well on the weekend, chances are you're not going to win the series.
Now, again, your assistants were the first ones here. The new guy, J.D. Davis, was the absolute first one here. Tell us about the staff this year. You got Nick Batt, but how do you like this makeup as a
I
whole?
like the staff. Yeah, that's just a test. They better beat me here. That's a big test for them. So I give them a little bit of leeway just in case they're a couple minutes late, but I just wanted to make sure they were here first. So we got Nick coming back, and Nick, I think it's going to be officially announced tomorrow, but Nick has been elevated to associate head coach. Nick has been down here for 4 years. He's been very loyal. Every good thing that's happened in this program, Nick's been basically right in the middle of it. And then Jacob James has taken over as the pitching coach. Jacob is our career strikeout leader, and now he's transitioning into the coaching role, but we're excited to have Jacob lead the pitching staff. And J.D. Davis, he's seen more ASUN games than anybody on our staff, except for maybe Jacob. But he spent 4 years at EKU, so he's very familiar with the league. It is literally a plug-and-play coach where he's very familiar on the field. He's helping us out in a lot of ways. So he's been with us for a little over a week, and it's been a seamless transition.
Starts this Friday, SIUE inside of Mike D. Lane Field 2.0 inside of Bank Independence Stadium. First 500 fans get a commemorative mini bat. Make sure you're there early for that. All right, last thing for you. You got to play last year inside the park. A lot of people may not have seen the park yet because they've had to watch from the church parking lot. But what's your favorite thing other than the wall about this park? What makes it so unique?
It's hard to – I know the walls, you gravitate towards the wall, and I think that's something that is a quirk. I think having the all turf, obviously, from a playability standpoint, really helps. And I think just the way the turf plays, there's a certain play to the turf that it's got a little bounce to it. So I think it has an offensive vibe, I feel like. On certain days it'll be offensive. But I think as this thing's coming to the conclusion, the finished product of this thing, I think it's a unique opportunity. We have a chance at one of the best mid-major baseball environments in the country. And I don't say that lightly, but I think if we get fans in the seat and put a certain product on the field, I think you have a chance to look up. And if you haven't been paying attention to North Alabama baseball, I think it's going to be a pleasant surprise for a lot of people this is a really cool place.
We're very excited for baseball season. It starts this weekend, SIUE. Be a part of the historic opening of Bank Independence Stadium, Mike D. Lane Field this weekend, Friday, 3 o'clock. Coach, season's underway. Best of luck this year.
Thanks, Ben.
Thanks for joining us down here online and in person. We'll be back out March 10th for more Coffee with Coaches down here at Turbo Coffee in historic downtown Florence. Thanks for tuning in and coming out. Royal Lions.